What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G Myers World. And right now we're going to be taking a look at Week 17 games, starting off with Saturday, December 30th, 2023. For those of you guys that didn't check it out, it was really nasty. I did speak about it during my Twitch stream, G Myers World on Twitch. If you guys are into Madden football and other type of games, you want to check me out, go ahead and do that as well. The Lions and the Cowboys, right? So this was a situation where it was very uncomfortable for a lot of people to talk about it because we don't know what's going on week to week in the NFL. But it seemed very, very clear that something was wrong. Now, we don't know exactly what happened on the field. We don't know if somebody declared. They also said that the Lions were in an illegal formation. There was a lot that was going on. But what I visibly saw is that the Lions won the game. All right? I don't really know exactly what else happened. I can't, speculate until everything comes out. There's a lot of things on social media going on. I'm going to tell you this right now. The Lions won this game. This loss actually hurts the Lions so much that it really changes the way that everything may go in the playoffs based on seeding and position. It would have been more devastating to the Cowboys. And I think right now people need to see the Cowboys because no matter what happens, you're going to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is because you know that for some reason, what can go wrong is going to go wrong. You know what I'm saying? No Stephen A. Smith. It's just wild. But in fairness to the Cowboys, right? CeeDee Lamb, 227 yards, a touchdown on 13 receptions. He went crazy, okay? Dak Prescott, 345, 2 touchdowns and an interception. But, I got to give CeeDee Lamb credit, man. He went out there and balled. But ultimately, the Lions could have, taken this game into OT. It could have been a lot of stuff that could have happened. They could have took a field goal earlier in the game. So I can't really go crazy. See, this is the thing, right? When you have opportunities in NFL games to put it away and, it's like you go for it instead of taking an easy play, which is a field goal, that's what the league has become. And the Lions have been very, very aggressive. And we've seen it throughout the year that most of the time it plays off. Well, not play, but pays off. You know what I'm saying? In this situation, it didn't because they went for it. They won the game, but then the rest was like, nah, you didn't win though. And everybody's like, yo, what? So again, I don't know what this is. It is rumors that staff of refs will not be reffing in the playoffs. But in my opinion, the damage is already done. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter. You do something and then after the fact, they're like, yo, you can't do this no more. They already screwed everything up. So we'll see how it works out. I still do believe that the Lions are a very, very dangerous team. Week to week, teams get cheated. Or it's a missed call here, it's a missed call there. It is what it is. I don't know what else to talk about as far as what happened in this game. LeBron James got cheated on a three-pointer. It happens in different leagues. It is what it is. I don't know what's happening, but they're going to have to do something like use more replays, get other people involved. It's something has to be done to protect the integrity of the game, in my opinion. Jumping right into Sunday now with the Patriots and the Bills. This game started off really weird because the Patriots ran back a kickoff, and I just got really scared for the Bills fans because I don't know how your hearts deal with it. If you're a Bills fan, your heart has to just be like, whoa, it has to be superpowered, dude. You got to be a Marvel character because this team right here, I don't know what they're doing. But one of the things that's interesting is it may turn out that all this debacle of play may benefit you guys a lot more when the playoffs start because you got all the foolishness out. And Josh Allen is a dude that likes to go out there and play Madden on the field. So I think he's getting all of that out of his system. And ultimately, this could turn out to be a real wild battle with everything that's going on. I'm gonna tell you this right now, though. Regardless of, however the season ends, I think the Patriots need to move on from Bill Belichick. I really do believe that. It's just something that I've been saying for a while. Dude, you just got to move on. You just got to move on, bro. There is no reason to not go away from this guy at this point. It's just ultimately where we are right now, and it needs to be fixed. Just go somewhere else. The dude is not, he needs a quarterback like Tom Brady, or he needs a defensive player like LT when he was defensive coordinator with the Giants. He needs those things or he cannot win. The dude doesn't know what he's doing in most cases. So, I just think that the Patriots need to move on. He's had really bad quarterback play, and it's been a glaring hole. On the opposite side, you can see what the Steelers did. The Steelers quarterbacks have sucked, and yet still Mike Tomlin has had a losing season. So I'm just giving you guys an example. The Bills got this game. The playoffs are going to be really, really more exciting than a lot of you guys think. Jump to the Falcons and the Bears. It's amazing to think about what the Bears can actually be, bro. It honestly is, man. And Justin Fields is a bum most games, but when you watch him play, it's very hard not to root for him. And there's something about him, bro. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's he's struggling most of the time because he can't really throw the ball, but then he'll run the ball, and then he'll just look like he's gliding, and his emotion and the way that he plays, you just fall in love with it. But then he'll screw you over and do something weird. Like, I don't know. It's all kinds of mixed emotions, bro. Dude, what's going to happen with the Bears next year? I have no idea. Is Justin Fields somebody that I think is washed? I do not. I think he can go somewhere else and be decent, all right, and turn into something else because he has talent. It's just the fact that I don't know what the hell he's doing most of the time. The Falcons, I don't know what is going on there, okay? The Falcons, look, bro, you guys gonna have to figure something out. I don't know. I thought you guys sucked the entire year, even when you were winning. I just didn't believe in the Falcons, but it just looked a lot worse watching it, as we get to the end of the season. Just being able to view it, it wasn't really that, it wasn't good stuff. It honestly just wasn't good stuff. So regardless of whatever happens, we weren't really worried about it. And the Bears are probably going to end, under 500, obviously, because they're 7-9. So it doesn't matter. Let's see how it turns out. But the Falcons have a lot of rebuilding to do. And I don't know where they're going to end up. But the Bears and the Falcons suck. So we're not really worried about it. The Raiders and the Colts. Now, let me just say this about the Colts, right? I thought that they would be, a really, really scary team, like to start the year, right? Because, what's the dude, the quarterback? I forgot his name now because I haven't seen him in so long. The AR, Anthony Richardson, like I thought it would be, a really dynamic team. It ended up where other quarterbacks have been playing, okay? And they've still been able to play well. Jonathan Taylor going out there and being able to play well. There's a lot of other stuff going on within the game itself that's making the Colts look like they can actually win games. Now, I don't know what they're going to do in the playoffs because it looks like they may possibly make it. I don't know if they're right on the brink or if they get this last win, they clinch, but based on what they were saying during the game, it looks like they're a viable candidate for the playoffs. They're a dangerous team because you don't know what the hell they're doing. And that's the see, when you watch these games, you can't tell me why they're winning. If I sat down with any of you listening to this podcast, like, yo, why are the Colts winning? You wouldn't be able to explain it to me. Nobody knows how they're doing it, but they're finding a way to do it. That's what's scary. So as we go forward and we see what happens in the playoffs, are they a team that can upset someone? It's possible. But will they? Like, you're going to have to tune in. You got to tune in for the podcast once the playoffs start. Rams and the Giants. The Giants fought really, really hard. All right? We know they suck. So we're not going to go into the details, right? The Rams won this game. They had to win this game. The Rams are a dangerous team. And you could look at the team like, Nakua. You can see that Stafford is playing well. You can see Williams is out there running the ball well. The Rams have a lot of stuff going on that they can go there and upset someone. Okay, I just want to be very, very clear with you guys. That's a team I'm scared of. The Rams, dude, listen, they have a lot of talent at the wide receiver position, and I don't think Stafford is scared of anybody. Like, the dude played for the Lions, bro, where they sucked, and he just stand in the pocket, get blasted, and try to get the ball down to Calvin. He's used to getting, beat up in the pocket. Look, that team scares me. I'm just being totally honest. The Giants, however, on that 2-point conversion, where Tyrod Taylor just threw the ball into the ground, one of the funniest things that I've ever seen in my life. By far, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, I'm going to be totally honest with you. One of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. Okay? I don't know exactly what was going on with that, but I got to tell you, right? Tyrod Taylor, there's a reason he's been all over the league. That's all I'm going to say. Giants suck. Rams are dangerous. Cardinals and the Eagles. Oh, my God. Eagle fans, bro, cry. Eagles cry. God damn. Bro, what? How did you let this happen? How did you let a guy that the entire game, while he was playing it, he was thinking about Call of Duty and his KD ratio? I don't understand. How did you guys do this? How did the Eagles actually manage to lose to the Cardinals? Doesn't make any sense, but it happened. The Eagles better get themselves together very, very quickly, or this is going to end really, really badly. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to end really, really badly, dude. Like, there is no reason to have lost to the Cardinals. Saints and the Buccaneers. This was very, very interesting, right? Because you remember last week I was trying to give Baker Mayfield credit, but then at the same time I was saying, you know what? He sucks. This is what I'm talking about. This type of game that you look at and you're like, all right, I understand why why people say he sucks. Dude, he was horrible. 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but those touchdowns came late and he was already tore up. They kind of injured him at the end of the game though, where he was taking a little bit of time to get back up. He played horrible the entire game. But those are the things that you'll get. That's the bad Baker. every quarterback has like good and bad, but when you have that much of the badness that just comes out randomly, not a good look. Just not a good look. The Saints, they suck though. Let me just be very, very clear. I'm not acting like the Saints are good. I think they're going to be eliminated when they go to the playoffs, whatever. But the Buccaneers with Baker Mayfield, people were trying to give him credit, and I was very, very careful with the way I gave him credit because I know what he is, and this is what he is. And I know you guys are going to be hating like, yo, gee, but look, these kind of games just can't happen this late in the season. You can't play this poorly this late in the season. You just can't do it. And that's just my opinion. You guys can tell me whatever you want. But like I say, if a guy is consistently doing something and he has one bad game, I'm not going to go crazy. But when you know that it's staggered like this, where he can just do this anytime, that's an issue. Niners and the Commanders. Brock Purdy, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. Okay, bro. Niners took care of a trash team, 27-10. Commanders are disgusting. They make me sick. They got rid of all their good players. Will they rebuild in the draft? We have to see. As far as Purdy being the MVP, I don't see how you give it to Purdy over Lamar, but we'll get to Lamar in a second. I just don't see how you do it. Nothing to see here. A bad team lost to a good team. Like, that's ultimately what happened. There was nothing else really going on. And I refuse to continue to talk about it. All right? Panthers and the Jaguars. Are we serious about this? Are we seriously going to talk about the Panthers? Do we need to talk? Bro, do we need to talk about the Panthers? Okay, I don't think we did. They suck. Moving on. Ravens and the Dolphins. Now look, Vegas had the Ravens given 3.5, right? And they were trying to push it mad hard, bro. Everybody was scared to take it because the Dolphins are so electric. You never know what you're going to get, right? It's like a box of chocolates, right? No Forrest Gump. Like, you never know what you're going to get. Like, it was crazy. So nobody really knew what they wanted to do. So I took the Ravens, right? But it was very, very scary when I did it. Because obviously the end of the first quarter was 10-7. I don't know who spoke to Isaiah Likely and told him he was Shannon Sharp or, Gronkowski or whatever. I don't know what happened. Zay Flowers going crazy over 100 yards. The Ravens beat the hell out of this team. Lamar Jackson had a perfect quarterback rating, okay? 321 5 TDs. If this man is not MVP, the league is even more rigged than I thought it was. I'm just going to go out and just outright and say it. Honestly, the Dolphins are probably pretenders at this point because any game that they play where they're supposed to go out there and at least put up a fight, they bend over. And that's what the problem is. Like, that's a huge issue within the game. And overall, like I said, this was put on display in a meaningful game that the Dolphins were really, really trying to win. And the Ravens defense locked up and Lamar Jackson played lights out. I think the man's the MVP. That is my opinion. The Titans and the Texans. CJ Stroud is back. The Texans win. Titans are not a good football team. Nothing to talk about here. That's it. They're not a good football team. Steelers and the Seahawks. Geno Smith, a.k.a. the Raccoon. What did I tell you guys early in the year? Why don't you guys listen to me? He cannot be trusted at quarterback. When are you guys going to listen to me? I don't make this up. I watch the games just like you guys do. Geno Smith is not a good quarterback, okay? I'm very happy for him and his family that he got his money. He's not good, okay? But it just shows you how quarterback-driven the league is when you're willing to pay a guy like that where you know he sucks. And then you look at the other side of the field, the quarterback, dude, I don't even know what the hell he's doing. I think he wouldn't even be able to win in Pop Warner, but he's throwing lasers to Pickens. Listen, the bottom line is the Seahawks are wasting DK Metcalf's career. Bottom line, that's just how I feel about it. And the Steelers, yet again, is going to be in another winning season. Will they do anything in the playoffs if they possibly get there? No, but it's good to see it. It's good to see that regardless of your quarterback being hot trash, you can still win games. Chargers and the Broncos. The Broncos somehow pulled this out with Stidham, no Eminem though, after all the debacle with Russell Wilson. Okay? Now, I've told you guys this before. Sean Payton is not a good coach. I don't care what any of you guys say. Whatever. He had decent players at certain positions and it made him look better than he actually was. He's not an offensive genius. He's not a defensive genius. He's a guy that runs around raging and just doing whatever he wants. And pretty much, sometimes he gets lucky. That's a lot of these coaches, you could look at them and see they're not good dudes. You could look at his face and the way he was treating Russell Wilson and know he's not a good person because people don't treat, if you're going to argue with someone or have a disagreement and you're the head coach, you don't berate your quarterback, no matter how bad he is, for the public to see. You can go wild behind closed doors and let a dude know, like, yo, hey, like me, I'll tell a dude straight up, like, yo, if I'm the coach, yo, I'm gonna talk to you after the game. Yo, what's up, coach? Yeah, you suck. But I'm telling him directly, and it's just he and I. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm not gonna do it on national television. And this guy's been doing stuff like that for very, very long. Obviously he had Bounty Gate, all that kind of crap. I don't know what he's doing, but it doesn't really matter. The Broncos suck. And I'm gonna tell you right now, they won the game, but who cares? The Chargers suck too. So we're not gonna really go into it, but I just wanna make sure I'm clear about this, right? I don't agree with the way that Sean Payton and the Broncos handle that situation. Regardless of how bad you think Russell Wilson is, you don't do that to someone on national television. That's just my, point of view with it. The Bengals and the Chiefs. Chiefs pull it out. They're 10-6. I got to be honest with you. The Chiefs clinching the AFC West. I'm not really scared about it. Mahomes looked really, really bad the entire game. Okay? Pacheco was pretty good. Rice was pretty good coming in as one of the top receivers. Kelsey is in love with Taylor Swift, so he's not playing football. I don't know what's going on. It is what it is. I don't believe in the Chiefs. I think they'll be eliminated early. They're not going on another Super Bowl run. Point blank, period. Final game of the night, Packers and the Vikings. Jordan Love went out there and had relations with them. Like, if we're going to just be honest about the whole situation, Jordan Love went out there and just went crazy on these dudes. And that's ultimately what happened. Nothing else happened in this game. The Vikings are terrible, and that's all that matters. The Vikings are not going to make the playoffs, which is very, very good, and then we'll just go from there. Because I don't even really know what's going on in that division. But Jordan Love, over the last, half of the season, he's had some, crazy little games, but he has some really good ones. And this was another good one, in my opinion, where he dominated, and then the run game stepped up, the over 100 yards. Very, very unfortunate what happened to Kirk Cousins, but it's the NFL and people get hurt. Now, one more week, I believe, is left for the regular season. We'll see how that goes. And we'll go from there, and then we'll be jumping into the playoffs. Are you guys excited? Let me know. Remember, you can download this podcast for free, G-Miles World Podcast. Listen, just go download it on the go. Listen to it while you're working out. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Android, all that stuff. Google it, G-Miles World Podcast. Download it for free. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.